Hello, good morning, and in this week's video I'm going to show you how to do a time-lapse video, and I'm using the Sony ZV E10 for the filming, and I'm going to compose the time-lapse movie in a program provided by Sony for free called Imaging Edge. So let's have a look at the time-lapse and enjoy that. But before I do, I'll just say that I've seen a few videos on YouTube and I think they're a bit too long, if I'm honest. The actual building of the chair doesn't need to be, it's not complicated, so it shouldn't need to take too long to explain. But hopefully you get the idea of how to build the chair and also how to use the time-lapse mode in the ZV E10 in this video. Okay, let's have a look at the video and then we'll go into the settings and the use of Imaging Edge. Let's set up the Sony ZV E10 for recording a time-lapse. So once you've got your focus and all your exposure settings correct, just go to Menu and then go along the top tabs to the first one. And what you want to do is find Interval Shoot function, and that's currently set to off, so you will need to set that to on. And the shooting start time, so when do you want the interval timing to start? So 1 second is fine, and then the interval and the number of shots are the things that you need to change. But you can see that the shooting time is displayed, so with 5 seconds in between and 730 shots, it will take 1 hour and 45 seconds. So you can change the interval. You can change that to whatever you like, really. It's in seconds, so let's go to 10. And now you see that that's going to take 2 hours, 1 minute and 30 seconds. So the number of shots, so if I increase that, you can see the effect of that on the time. So choose the right sort of time frame and the right number of shots and the interval time between the shots, so that you take account of things like battery life and so on. And tracking sensitivity is there as well, so I'd set that to high. And silent shooting during the interval, I'd set that to on. You could set it to off if you wanted to hear the camera shutter in between. And once you're ready, just press out Menu and hit the shutter button, and then you see the timer counting down. Okay, and after each shot it will count down, and that's all there is to it. Let's just go into stop that. So I can't press menu to stop that, so I wonder how I would stop that. Okay, so now I'm in Imaging Edge and I'm in the viewer, and I've got all my images selected from a folder, and you can see that it's a mixture of JPEGs and RAW files. So I'm going to I only want the JPEGs for my time-lapse movie, so I only need those for that. So I'm going to filter on JPEGs. And in fact, probably if you're recording a time lapse, you may not decide to shoot in RAW. I just left the default settings in the camera without realizing that actually it's going to create a JPEG and a RAW file. But in this case, I'm only going to use the JPEGs. So I'm going to go and select all of the images that are JPEGs. So I'm just going to go to the end and select that with a shift key down, or you can do Control A, I believe. So they're all selected now, and they're all JPEGs. So I'm just going to go to the Tools menu, and you see the option to create a time-lapse movie. Select that, and that brings you to this screen. So what we're going to do is the Save In folder has been selected. The file name, we're going to use the original file name. So what it does is it creates a copy of the images. I don't know why, but it does. And for aspect ratio, because this is going to be a video, we're going to choose 16:9, and I don't know what trim or enlarge to fit aspect ratio. So I'm going to choose that enlarge to fit aspect ratio with space. You can change the file name if you don't like the MP4 file name that's created, and you can choose the save location for the video, and under size you can either choose 4K or good for viewing on a TV. I'm going to leave it with good for viewing on a TV or computer. Playback speed I'm going to leave alone, that's set to 1. Rotation is standard. And then the video format is important. If you're in the States, you would choose NTSC, or if you're in UK and Europe, maybe PAL would be the best one. So as it says, this format is commonly used in Europe and China. If I pick on NTSC, it says it's commonly used in the US and Japan. So PAL is the one for us, or for me. And then you can't see it on the screen, I don't think, but yeah, there's a continue. I'll move that up slightly. There's a continue button there, so you would just click on continue and it would work through. I'm not going to do that because I've already created my time lapse, but that's how you do it, and it would just create you that time lapse with that file name in that location. So it's pretty easy to sort out a time lapse.